Check. It's still not on. Oh, there it goes. As let's see. Tell me in their chat room if you can hear us. I think you can hear us now. I see it on the meters. Are we good now? Are we
good? Somebody chime in.
Oh my gosh!
We're just guessing.
We're just guessing here, but I'm gonna hit this button.
Bueller.
I think now the music's playing. So what I was saying is that thank you, Martin. Thank you, Paul. Everybody says good.
Hey,
okay, good. All right.
Hey, nice.
There we are.
Nice.
So thank you to all of those of you that are joining us in the chat room there. We appreciate you very much. All right, Swag Jeff, what were you saying?
I got a message from Harry Ruiz.
Oh.
And he got our gift and he loved it.
Nice.
He loved it. He said it brought a tear to his eye.
Oh, how fun, man.
Yeah.
Well, then give the Ruiz family respect when we get to the respect segment and tell them what we sing.
Okay.
That's cool, man. Martin says, real mime radio. Who do we got in there, Michelle? Oh, Vibrator's in there. That's my baby.
Hey.
Well, of course, Paul's in there. Real Bestie's in there. Doug McRoberts.
Hello, Doug.
Hey, Doug.
Jay Morse.
What's up, Jay?
Who's Real Bestie? That's something I think.
That's Martin. That's Martin.
What, he changed his name? What the fucking long I've been gone?
Well, something new is happening in our chat where it doesn't show the name. It just shows their, at or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, just shows their tag or whatever. Yeah.
Real Bestie.
Well, because his last name is Best.
Yeah, well, he used to be Martin.
That's
now
right.
I gotta learn everybody's ads.
That's what I know, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I just noticed that Valerie's is Vibrator 2069.
Yeah.
Of course there's a 69 on the
Yeah,
end.
but shit, 20 of them?
Yeah,
God,
wow.
Lord have mercy.
Hey, good for you.
Well, damn right it is.
yeah, solid.
That's better than no 69s.
I mean, true.
I'm telling you.
Real.
We're going to get a call from the folks at the Believe Network. We're going to be like, hey, remember when we hired you to do this sports show about the Raiders?
69 dudes.
We need to have a talk.
Oh, sorry about that, Believe, or you're welcome.
Exactly.
All right, let's kick off episode number 392 of Raiders Fan Radio.
What's up, guys? It's Rich Incognito, Las Vegas Raiders. I'm here at Raiders Fan Radio. Let's go, Raiders. Woo!
Hey, it's Mike Garafolo, NFL Network here in the home office, and you are listening to the Raiders Fan Radio podcast, taking that lighter journey into the dark side with Murf, Swag Jeff, and Michelle. She's got great hair. It's a little pink, it's a little purple, whatever it is. I'll tell you what, if I could grow it, I would sign up for that color today. So listen to her and the entire crew as they give you all the information on the Raiders on the podcast that benefits the One Nation Foundation. It's a great cause. It's a great pod. Tune in, turn it up. Here it comes. All that Raiders info and takes coming at you right now.
Jackpot, baby. Raiders Fan Radio.
Oakland, L.A., Oakland, Vegas, Raider Nation, wherever, forever. You got your old Uncle Mosh and Raiders Fan Radio from Murf's Man Cave, taking a lighter journey into the dark side. Sit back, put your feet up, pop a top, and enjoy the ride. Here we go!
Look left, look right, Bolitnikov, a leaping pass, touchdown!
We miss you, we love you, and we'll see you in the Hall of Fame.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
Way up the middle, intercepted Filipiano at the 50, time running down. Oakland football, and I think Oakland victory.
The Oakland Raiders have scored on the most zany, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play. Well, I love this team. I think this team can win. I think this team can win.
You are listening live to Raiders Fan Radio. Take it away, guys.
Why, thank you, Brett Musburger. What is up, Raider Nation? Your buddy Murf back once again for what I trust and we trust will be a fantastic episode of Raiders Fan Radio, episode number 392 of Raiders Fan Radio, coming to you live from Murf's Fan Cave, where we celebrate the worst team in football.
Hey! We're the best at something.
We're talking about the Titans?
Oh, it's true. But, man, isn't it just fun to be worried about draft position in October? So by the time you get to November, all hopes are thwarted, and you've gotten punked on the road by a 3-point loss Thursday Night Football when the whole world was watching. That's awesome. That's so fun.
Man,
Go Raiders.
Let's do it again. That was so much fun.
Heck yeah, man. Let's do it. Let's just see what we can do at Dallas. Well, no, we got them
Yeah,
on.
at home.
We got
Yeah, they're yeah.
Oh,
they're
that's
home.
even worse, actually.
That's even worse. Yeah, because you know it's gonna be half silver and black and half silver and blue.
Ugh.
That's pretty generous.
Pretty
You saying
generous?
It's going to be half and half.
That's really quite generous.
We'll see where this thing goes. But anyways, we'll have fun talking about we won't have fun talking about the Raiders, but we're going to talk about them anyways here in a little bit. But until we get to that, I just want to welcome you into the show. Thank you so very, very much for joining us this episode of Raiders Fan Radio. Yeah, as the kids would say, y'all are the real ones. If you're tuning into a Raiders fan show with our three knuckleheaded opinions down here in the basement, talking about the Las Vegas Raiders, you are you are the super fans.
Yeah.
Forget the people that
Top
put on
tier.
makeup and costumes and go to the games. You're a super fan if you're watching this stuff. Yeah. So we appreciate you so much for being here. And it's our favorite thing about this show is the community of fans that have built up around Raiders Fan Radio. And it all starts in the chat room. We've already got a super chat in there from our buddy Yoshi, who comes in there with a $20 donation.
Hey, let's go.
Thank you, Yoshi, so much. And Doug McRoberts is in there. Paul is in there. Jay Morse is in there. As Yoshi, as I mentioned, is in there. John B. Raider is in there. Ron the Materator is in there holding it down. Don't you get loose in our chat room, man. Ron will regulate quick. The band hammer will be flying around. Let's see. Michelle's in there, of course. My baby, my girl. What's up, Vibrator?
Hey.
Yeah, she's in the chat room.
2069.
Yeah. On a good week.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Nice.
What's a bad week like?
Wow.
Single digits, but
Wow.
Well, at least you're not in the negatives.
There you go.
No, that's true.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Shouts out.
Yeah.
There's no debits on her account. We'll just say that. All right. But anyways, sorry, baby. Martin is in there. So many of our good friends are in there. And
My wife is in there.
Oh,
Hey, baby.
Hey.
All right. Now you go with the joke.
Well,
I've been married 11 years. There ain't no 2069s.
yeah, but there is wood in her last name, or the wood in y'all's last name.
Oh,
so
there you go.
Just saying.
And I gave it to her. Hell yeah.
Yes, you did.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, right? You come to this show for the Raiders and you hang out for the jokes, man.
My wife says, okay, that's enough.
Okay.
Oh my gosh! But
Sorry,
Hooligan
that's my
Nation,
fault.
Okay. Hooligan Nation said, "What if you watch this in costume, asking for a friend with a $20 donation to the One Nation Foundation?"
Ah, thank you so much, Hooligan.
Honestly, I prefer that you watch in costume
Yes,
Absolutely.
and send pictures. I mean, depending on the costume. Actually, let me know what the costume is first. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
and then we'll decide whether we want to
Yes.
see pictures.
But definitely hit us on at RaidersFanRadio.com and actually text us pictures of you dressing up in costume, listening to the show, or watching
Hell
the show.
yeah.
That's incredible. That is incredible. But anyways, thank you so very, very much to all of those of you that are in the chat room. As I mentioned, the community of Raiders Fan Radio starts off here at in the chat room, where you can find us each and every week on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern at youtube.com/RaidersFanRadio. Or you can find us on any of the sorry, little burpees, little burpees. Better than doing in the microphone, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
I'd rather
for not
fart in the
doing that.
microphone.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
But because burping in the microphone would be gross.
That's gross.
Yeah. What was I talking about? I don't know. Let me just turn it over to my best friend and yours, the man that adorns the other table over there in the other corner, wearing the gear of that one team. He is my best friend and yours. He is Swag Jeff.
It's time and then
What up, Swaggo?
I'm tired, boss. I'm tired, boss. My gosh, man. Yeah, it's been a rough go, but can it get worse?
Oh, don't ask that.
I don't think so.
I don't know if it can get worse, buddy. But
No, because we had expectations, and now those expectations have been thwarted.
multiple times.
Multiple times.
Yeah. I was thinking about it. I was driving into work this morning, and Pete Carroll promised a lot to start the season. I almost hate to say that name.
Don't.
But he promised us a lot in this past off season. He promised us obviously a lot of wins, all that stuff, but he promised a culture change. And people can say, there's been a lot of talks amongst Raider Nation about, well, was it a rebuilding year? Was he actually going to say that? Was that coach speak? Are we really going through a rebuild right now? Or was he for real when he said that, take him at his word when he said we want to win now, all this stuff.
I don't care who hears it.
Exactly. There's a lot of people that have kind of argued back and forth on that. But one thing that you can't argue is his promise to change and impact the culture in a positive way. And you look at the sidelines during the last several games, but I looked at the sidelines on Thursday night and I saw Geno Smith yelling and screaming at people. I saw a lot of just somber, no reaction to anything. You see Ashton Genty pouting on the sidelines, all that stuff. Like, this guy promised
Pete going at players.
Yeah, 100%. Going at players, going at coaches, all that stuff. And, but then he goes on the JT the Brick show and he talks about, oh, Geno is, he's righting the ship and blah, blah,
We've
blah,
got
blah,
that
blah.
soundbite, by the way.
Oh, good. I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait to not hear that. But I'm going to go pee when you play that. But no, it's frustrating, man. It's just, it's really frustrating. But I'll tell you what isn't frustrating.
Come on now.
Is the One Nation Foundation.
Let's go.
The One Nation
Talk
Foundation.
about the good in this thing.
Absolutely, man. So not only do we love all the amazing folks in the chat room, but the generous donations of those people in the chat room has brought attention to other corporate sponsors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we've raised money for the One Nation Foundation. So when we realized we could raise money, we decided we wanted to give all that money away, and we give it to different Raider-related charities like Raider Dad, like the Bolitnikoff Foundation, amazing organizations that are Raider-centric, and we couldn't do that without you guys. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your monetary donations. Thanks to your likes, your subscribes, your shares, your bell smashing, all that stuff that you guys do. We can't thank you guys enough because that keeps the lights on for the One Nation Foundation. So we can't thank you enough for that. But
Come on. Thank you all.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, 100% of that money. And like Jeff said, if you can't contribute monetarily, just hit a like, hit a subscribe, hit a thumbs up. We've got some exciting news to share with you guys here coming up in a little bit, and we're going to need your help. The One Nation Foundation is going to need your help because it's not about growing this show. It's not about growing the numbers of Raiders Fan Radio. It's about supporting the One Nation Foundation and generating the most revenue we possibly can to give to Raiders-related charities. So we thank you guys so very, very much. All right, Jeff, so without further ado, Oh, why you guys left me on a freaking island on that one?
Yeah, you hate that shit, don't you? You don't like that, do you?
It's different.
Well, hey. So speaking of,
there you go.
Hey, so we don't do this show alone.
No.
And we're the three best friends that anybody could have. We're the three best friends that anyone could have. We're the three best friends that anyone can have.
And we'll never, ever leave each other. So sitting across from me is the one and only, the lovely Michelle Swag.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey. Whoa, it feels good to be back. I feel like it's been a long time since
It's been like a month,
we didn't get to
I
do the
think.
fucking spooky season show. Like,
Yeah, you
I'm
were
really
sick.
down. I was
Yeah.
down. So I didn't even get to do Halloween. I didn't even get to come to your place for Halloween.
know.
Like, it was,
Yeah.
I was down bad. I was down bad.
Yeah.
But to hitch on to what you were saying about the culture change,
Sure.
the thing about it is he didn't need to. The culture had already shifted.
Come
from
on.
the season before.
Come on.
All he had to fucking do was come in and win. Like, come in, hitch on to the culture that had already sort of been shifting.
Preach.
Yep.
I don't want to say anybody could have came in and took that momentum and ran with it, but I feel like
Yeah,
Anybody
no,
could have came in and took that momentum
I,
and ran with
I
it.
totally agree with you. You know, say what you want about Antonio Pierce and what he did, but you know that I felt like the team never gave up last year.
Yeah.
That was one thing that I really respected and appreciated about what Antonio Pierce did in that locker room was that he did, like, those guys were fired up for him
to
until
the
the
end.
until the
To the
very
end.
very
God.
end. And
At a fault, almost. You know what I mean?
Well,
Totally.
At a fault, for
Totally,
sure, yeah.
but all he had to do was kind of just jump onto what AP
Yes.
started
Yeah.
and just grow it a little bit,
That's
and
it.
and I felt like
He
we
blew
were
it.
on that. He absolutely blew it, but like even in
He
his
blew it on
opening.
the game day, just it was
Yeah,
that
man.
wasn't
But
right.
like even
But-
during his opening press conference that he had with the team, he had Marshawn Lynch in the back yelling
Yeah.
Raiders, all that. Like, build on that.
Yeah.
Build on that. And he didn't. He hasn't built on nothing.
He had Max there in the wings, like
Yeah.
Heck yeah,
kind of
dude.
wanted to check it out, and like
Heck
you
yeah,
said,
I
dude.
don't think he came in. I mean, he's been in the league a long time. He should understand what the Raiders are about, but it's like he had no clue and he had no desire to understand what the Raiders were about. And now look what you've done.
now
Look what you've done.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking broke my spirit.
Well, so you weren't here. We've had a lot of rants about this stuff lately, and so I want to turn over to you, Michelle, because and we're going to get to FanDuel, we're going to get to all that stuff here at the top of the show. But people that are always like, "You guys won't talk about the Raiders." All right, here you go. We're going to talk about the Raiders right here at the top because it's all right. So on your point right there, which is an incredibly valid point, the idea that I don't think Pete Carroll had like a comprehension of what Raider Nation was, what it is. And so when you go to the podium and say the things that you do, and you present the messages that you do, and then you start to shift the messaging based on what the results have been and how they haven't fit your expectation, we see as fans right through that because we have a running history of being Raider fans and tied into every ounce of this organization from the days that we knew what they were. So, for myself, I can speak. It's been 50, well, not quite 50 years, but 40, high 40s probably, because as soon as I realized what the Raiders were, I was a fan of them. Lesser time for you, Michelle, lesser time for Jeff. But the point being, though, is that we hang on every snap, every comment, every press conference, every game, every week, every offseason move. Like, we're so in tune to all that. You're not, Pete. So when you come in and you say you've only been part of this thing for what, a year? Not even a full
not
year
even.
yet?
Even, yeah.
Not even a
6-7
full year
months.
yet? So we can suss out the bullshit real freaking quick, Michelle. And that's right.
Yeah, no, and I think that might be the thing that pisses me off the most because, like, we have eyes and we have ears, and he acts like we didn't hear what he said at every press conference that he's had, and he just talks out of his ass. He's not delivering anything, and then treats us like we're so stupid that we should just listen to the latest thing he said and not the latest 10 things that he said that are all different. I don't know. It's frustrating. I'm frustrated, and I'm the thing that's really bad is I'm not even like angry. I'm checked the fuck out. I am sad and
Are you
irritated.
apathetic, indifferent? You
I
there?
am. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I'm definitely there. Yeah. Yeah.
And then
And I have to make it through the rest of the season and squeak out some level of concern for this team. And it's his fault. It's his fault.
What would like now being at that point, and I think a lot of Raider fans are at that point where we're like, we are apathetic, we are indifferent, we are, and I've said on the show a few weeks now, I'm like, the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. And so when you lose us, when you lose the three of us and the people in the chat room and so many people that we interact with on social media and whatever, and I hear these stories and these comments from people that are lifelong season ticket holders that transferred from Oakland to Las Vegas and whatever, and they're like, I'm not re-upping my tickets again. And when you so when you get to that level of severity, because we've been on this roller coaster that hasn't even been that roller coaster, it's been a lot of freaking down here and the occasional wee. You know what I mean? Like twice a freaking decade or once a decade anyways. Yeah. Outside of that, so what do you latch on to? And I'm curious, and I'm not going to tell you what mine is. I want Jeff to say his either. But what about for you? What is the thing that you said you would normally check out?
Yeah.
You don't have that luxury because you have to do this show every week.
That's probably number one. No, I mean, obviously, you guys, the chat, like, I feel like we've created such great relationships with people across Raider Nation. And yeah, I mean, that's what keeps me even in tune as I am. But it's hard. And then count the ESPN shit. I can't even watch football half the time.
Oh
so
my
I'm
gosh.
like, now you've really knocked me backwards. Like I was already really down bad, and now I'm really down bad. Like, how did you guys watch how are you guys watching the games? You don't have ESPN either, do you? Like, how are you watching them?
No, because Monday night.
I went to TikTok and people stream live on TikTok, and I went to fucking TikTok, but then you got to hear them talking.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. No. I mean, YouTube TV subscribers. Yeah, we're down bad with that too.
I watched because I had some and speak about FanDuel here in a second, please, Jeff. I had FanDuel money on the Monday Night Football game, and so I had on Amazon Prime. There's a game center where you can go to, and it has like a running scroll of like what's going on. They even have like the X's and O's and like showing you what the thing is going on the field. And if it's a significant play, they immediately show the replay from the game. So I just had that on because I was down here doing show prep. And so as I was down here doing that, me and the dog hanging out, I just had that game center on. But yeah, there's no Monday Night Football either. And so it's like, I hope they get it figured out before this Monday.
I fear that they are not going.
I don't think so
either.
I
don't think so.
I've got a maybe not so legal app or website that I can send to you guys.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
but and you might have to watch it on your phone or something like that. But but yeah,
I throw it on the iPad or something and then watch it that way. Yeah,
there you
may
go.
have to, man, because that's gonna be our only choice. You know what I mean? Because I'm not switching to DirecTV yet.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna hope that the Disney overlords are defeated in this battle. You know what I mean? But like. It was funny because you weren't there because you were sick, and I wish you would have been there. But we were talking to Jeff's party. Me and Lamont were sitting there on the and listen. If you have a different opinion, it's okay. I'm not trying to tell you that me and Lamont and our opinion have to be your opinion. So save me the damn comments and emails. But Lamont was like, "Man, Disney fucks up everything they touch," and he's like, Star Wars, Marvel. Like he started listing all this stuff, and I'm like, Indiana Jones. He was like going through. I'm like, preach, bro. I'm like, yes. I'm like, they screw up everything. And he's like, and now they're fucking up our football.
God. Like, and I've loved Disney my whole life. I mean, I grew up blocks from Disneyland. Like, fix it, Disney. Like, whatever's got to happen. Turn it around. All of it,
right?
Like, not just the football. Like
all of it.
Go back to your roots.
And then what the worst thing is too is that even if they come to an agreement and they give Disney any extra money, guess who gets to pay for it?
We're paying for it.
100%.
Oh, guess what? I'm not.
Our YouTube TV is going to go up.
Yeah, but hey, we all got our $20 credit today.
Oh yeah,
oh,
great.
Did we get that
Thanks.
today?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I got the email today and was like, "Hey, sorry about that. Here's $20.
Here's $20.
Sorry, you can't watch. Like, no.
Go buy you a case of beer.
Keep that $20 and give that to Disney. Just give it to Disney. Just give it to Disney.
And Disney must want way more.
They want more than 20. They want more than a 20.
I hate it. So it's really all that being said. I know I just went on a Disney ESPN rant, or YouTube TV too. But yeah, like. I don't know how I'm going to make it to the end of the season. You all are going to be the reason I make it to the end of the season.
Well, thank you, Michelle. So. Thank you. And the chat room there. Yeah. In fact, shout them out there, Swag Jeff. And then let's hit a break and talk about the good folks at FanDuel, because I want to tell you about how this show is presented by FanDuel.
Nice. Yeah, we got Martin in there. Hooligan Nation is in there. Wyo Raiders in there.
What's up, Wyo?
Jay Morse is in there. Let's see who else is in there. Yoshi is in there. Kyle Raider is in there. Raider Brian is in there.
Hey, Kyle. Hey, Brian.
Let's see here. Oh, geez, that's a long name.
Sound it out.
Diarian Morris is in there.
Hey, Diarian.
John B. Rader is in there. Yeah, we got the crew. Chuck Rader just jumped in there.
Man,
Yeah,
that's
we
awesome.
got the crew, man.
Good deal, man. We appreciate you all so very, very much. All right, Swag Jeff, hit us a break. I'll tell you what, go ahead and hit contact info, man. Let's knock that.
Oh, you want to do
thing.
that? Yeah.
Let's knock that out.
Okay, let's do that.
Woo! Hey, Raider Nation! You got your old Uncle Mosh here with an updated contact info. So sit up, zip up, shut up, and pay attention. You can call us at 909-345-3346, or as Murf would say it,
909-345-3346.
How about emailing me? You want to email me? Email me at show@RaidersFanRadio.com. Or what about reaching out to us on some of that social media stuff Swaggy likes? Try Facebook at Raiders Fan Radio Podcast. The Twit at Twitter at Raiders Fan Radio. Insta something. Instagram at Raiders Fan Radio. A tiki tiki docky dock. TikTok at Raiders Fan Radio. Or what about the Twitch? Some of you out there twitching. Anyway, Twitch at Raiders Fan Radio. Or if you don't like that, go to the YouTube. America, go to the YouTube. YouTube.com/Raiders Fan Radio. Oh my God, if that wasn't enough, go to your podcast provider and search Raiders Fan Radio. Holy crap, that was a lot.
Good. Oh,
Yeah, no, it's
nice,
solid.
Nice.
That's good.
If only the O-line could be that tight.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I like to tell you about the folks at FanDuel. So this show is brought to you by, presented by the good folks at FanDuel, also the folks at the Believe Network. We appreciate Believe and their support of the audio podcast of this show, but we appreciate the good folks at FanDuel for their contribution to Raiders Fan Radio, and 100% of those advertising dollars that we get from the folks at FanDuel goes to our nonprofit, which is the One Nation Foundation. And so each and every week, Swag Jeff, before you get to the episode number, go ahead and tell us about the FanDuel odds this week and what it's looking like for the Raiders.
Absolutely, man. So Raiders at home against the Cowboys Monday night. We are still at home. Even the Cowboys are bad too, right? You know, they're not playing very well either. But right
Well,
now,
their offense is legit, bro.
well, you're right about that. You're right about that. But the Raiders are a 3.5-point dog at home at a -115. The money line is at +160 for the Raiders. So if you're feeling real bold and you want to do
interesting.
something like that, you know, you could bet on that. But I'm telling you, if you're not betting the under on this game,
Come on.
you've lost your mind. You've lost your mind, because the under right now is under 50.5.
Are you serious?
50.5.
Listen, kids.
Over 21.
Yes.
21 or over.
I don't want to ever tell you how to spend your money. I will never tell another person what to do with their money. But if you're not putting money on the under this week, you're just throwing cash out the window.
Let me download this app real quick.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. And speaking of the app,
50.5?
50.5.
Y'all realize that the over-under last week could have been
20.
could have been 18.
Jeez.
And it would have hit.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Jeez. Raiders games and Titans games. Bet the under.
Bet the under
Especially
all the
at
time.
15. I bet it when it's in the 30s.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
Do you think, okay, let me ask you guys this. Is this one of those situations where it's a 40-6 game like when we lost against the freaking Colts? Are they banking on the freaking that high-powered Cowboy offense, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Dak freaking Prescott,
my gosh,
eating up our young secondary?
Yes.
And Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark eating up our freaking our injured offensive line?
Bro.
Dude, this might be... Listen, Vegas is not... FanDuel is not wrong. They don't throw out numbers arbitrarily. Yikes, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When you look at the Raiders secondary versus the freaking wide receivers of the Cowboys, you look at CeeDee Lamb and you look at George Pickens. Caillou Blue Kelly has to cover one of those guys. And Darian Porter has to cover the other.
But Jeff, he had 2 interceptions this last week.
Well, of course he did. Yeah, no, that's good for him. Good for him. I love that about him. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh my gosh.
That's Pete. No, he's Caillou Blue Kelly's got it all figured out now.
Hell yeah, he does. Hell yeah, he does. You know, but like Michelle said, she's downloading the app right now.
I'm making an account right now.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
and that
Talk amongst yourselves.
And if that if FanDuel is available,
and Michelle, they've been our sponsor for how many weeks? And Michelle's just getting around to download the app.
She's down bad, man.
I was waiting for the right moment, and this feels right.
This is the right moment.
Feels right.
This is the right moment. But if you have FanDuel available in your state, download that app. It's super easy to use. It's fast, and the odds are clearly the odds are great. So definitely hit that up for your chance to win. Bet the under. If you're feeling freaky, bet the Raiders at a 3.5 point dog. You know, why not?
So that's bananas to me that the Raiders are a 3.5 point dog, and the over under is 50.5.
Yeah,
that's wild. That means this game would have to be like 28-23, right?
Yeah.
But even that's not even close. Yeah.
28-23.
28-23, 28-24, around in there. Okay.
Yep.
You think we're going to score more than 20 points? How many times have we scored more than 20 points this year? Once?
Twice, I think. 3. Well,
we scored right at 20.
We scored 20 against the Titans. We scored 23 against the Bears, and we scored 29 against the Jags.
There you go.
And we scored 21 against the Patriots.
Oh, in the opening game.
In the opening game.
Yeah.
Which, holy cow, look at that game now.
It's so wild.
What was New England smoking that game?
I know, and they've won every game since.
Pretty much, yeah.
So they lost one more in there. So I think they won 6 straight now?
Yeah.
This freaking season, man. This was our year.
Yep.
If we're going to ever make a move in the AFC West, this was the year to do it.
This was the year to do it.
Freaking, Broncos obviously look weak. Chargers look like they're getting a little dinged up now. And everybody's just making it right for Kansas City to move on back in.
Yep. Yeah, at like 500 or whatever they are. Like, come on, man. Like, this was our chance.
This was the chance. This is the same thing Steeler fans are saying. They had a chance to run away with it. Now all of a sudden, Baltimore's knocking on the door.
Yep, 100%.
They're right there.
Holy cow! Would Baltimore start 1-5?
Yeah.
They might win that division.
Yeah. Jeez. And they're right back in it.
Jeez.
It's crazy, man. And then the Colts coming out of nowhere.
Bro, yeah, Danny Dimes.
They're the story of the freaking NFL this year.
100%. 100%.
Anyways.
But this NFL season is just wild. You look at
it is wild.
You look at the
Eagles started off rough.
Yeah.
And now they're the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Yeah. You look at the Bills just got waylaid by the freaking Dolphins.
Oh my gosh.
Like what?
You see Mike McDaniel trolling Bills fans in South Beach?
Yeah.
Rolling in his Bentley?
Uh-huh.
That was pretty funny.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, now they're talking about Matt LaFleur being on the hot seat in Green Bay. I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, do you realize how good you have it with a coach like that? Like, sign it. Like,
we'll take him.
We'll take Matt LaFleur tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
It's bananas. You look at the Titans. Look what they've done. They got rid of Mike Vrabel.
Dude. Okay. I want to dig into this.
This is not Titans fan radio, by the way.
No, hell no. But your point,
But
though.
I don't mind shitting on other teams every once in a while. So.
But there is
a team that's maybe dumber than us.
Yay!
But there was a really good post that someone put out, and so I want to talk about this real quick. Hold on. There we go. Where's it at? Okay. So no, that's not it. Shit. Hold on. Everybody, hang in there. Talk amongst yourselves. You two.
So Rogue Code is in there. Jay Morse is in there. The Cool Raiders is in there. AZKA is in there. Let's see. Paul is in there. Martin is in there. Ron the Mater Raider. Jody Montez is in there. Kyle Rader is in there. So, and Kyle Rader said this is the first time he's made a live show. So welcome
fun.
in there,
Thank you,
Kyle,
Kyle.
Rader. Yeah, for sure. Chuck Rader is in there.
Hey,
what
Chuck.
Are you giggling at over there?
Ron said, Michelle, while you're at it, subscribe to Raiders Fan Radio on YouTube.
That's amazing.
Okay, I found it. All right, you guys ready for this?
Okay.
Okay, so this guy puts out this tweet, fantastic tweet. Says Daniel Jones is 8-2. The Giants are 2-8. Okay. Sam Darnold is 7-2. The Jets are 2-7.
Holy shit.
Mike Vrabel is 8-2. The Titans are 1-8.
Oof.
And then his tagline on the bottom says, maybe the wrong guy got blamed.
Wow.
So then my quote tweet was, the Seattle Seahawks are 7-2. Peter Clay Carroll is 2-7.
Oh.
They blamed the right guy that time.
Yep. No kidding. And what about Sam Darnold? Like, I mean, Danny Dimes is like a crazy story in the NFL this year, Daniel Jones. But, I mean, I thought freaking Sam Darnold was going to be a bust and a half.
Same.
Signing that big contract to Seattle.
I
I
did too.
thought for sure. I
did too.
he had, Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson he's throwing the ball to those guys in Minnesota. I'm like, he's going to go somewhere else and shit the bed. But boy, was I wrong on that.
Well, when he's got Jackson Smith and Jigba,
Yeah.
that guy's a freaking phenom, dude.
Yeah.
Like, he's got talent there in Seattle, too.
Yep.
But, man, that team out of nowhere. And they're not even the number one seed.
No.
It's Philly. Like, it's crazy. But I'm with you, though, on the Darnold thing, because Darnold was in play for the Raiders.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Like,
Totally.
he was in play. And I will own that
I
as
was
well.
against it
I
big
was,
time.
too. I was like, nah, he's a one-hit wonder, probably. Like, he's going to be the next Matt Flynn or Matt Schaub or whatever. Like, we don't want to sell out for a guy. Nope. But also, coaching matters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coaching
He
freaking
might have
matters.
still been if he came here.
Yeah, true.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because old Chipper Kelly is. Well, I heard somebody. Who was it? Was it Scott and Mo? They called him Potato Chip Kelly.
Oh yeah, one of their callers calls him Potato Chip Kelly.
That was
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
funny. All right, so, Swag Jeff, you always take our episode number and tie it back to something significant within Raider Nation. Tonight is episode number 392, and what do you got tonight?
Absolutely, man. So we're going back a couple years for this one. Not too far back.
Okay.
Not too far back, but we are going to 2022, and we're going to be highlighting Devontae Adams.
Oh,
so
that's nice for you.
it's nice. It's nice for us. Yeah, I don't know because
But yeah, there's another team, the Rams.
God, jeez.
Dominant looking.
Dominant. So Devontae Adams had a 3-game stretch in 2022 with 4 touchdowns. We're talking about week 11, 12, and 13 against the Broncos, Seahawks, and Chargers, respectively. Adams was one of the only 9 players that season with 100 or more receptions, and his 1,516 receiving yards was the 3rd highest in the league that year. But during that stretch of those 3 games in 2022, he had 22 receptions for 392 yards.
Hey, nice one, Swaggo.
Thanks, T-Hom.
Nice one, T-Hom. Get a break there, dog.
Okay, I will.
What's up, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Will Compton. You're listening to Raiders Fan Radio. Tune in because they f***ing put out a banger podcast.
It's true.
Nobody enjoyed a good run more than 6
You know what, Will? You're right.
He ain't lying.
This is Phil Villapiano, and you're listening to Raiders Fan Radio.
We appreciate you also very, very much for joining us for this episode 392 of Raiders Fan Radio. And so here at the top of the show, we like to give a little bit of respect. We don't do props. We don't do shout-outs. Nothing wrong with those things. But, we're Italian. We like to give a little bit of respect.
Murf, Swaggy J, Nation. It's time for a little respect. You know, respect ain't bought, it ain't sold, it ain't demanded, it ain't negotiated, it's earned. And without blowing smoke or giving shameless plugs, we want to say salute and much respect to the following folks.
Thanks, Uncle Mosh, for going in there and giving us that voiceover. You did a great job.
That was great.
That was fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah. Anybody got anything nice to say about the Raiders?
No.
I like Brock Bowers. Oh. Yeah. All 2 catches?
Yeah.
No, 1 catch. 3
One
targets.
catch, 3 targets.
How the fuck do you only target that guy 3 times?
Oh my gosh. After he had what, 12 or 13 the week before?
I know, right?
Bruh.
Come on.
The fuck out of here.
You have to have a
pea brain to do that.
Yeah. Fucking potato chip, Kelly.
No, because I like potato chips. Like,
No kidding.
maybe something worse.
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Oh my God, that was amazing. You're like, I like potato chips.
Yeah, I like
In that voice, that was incredible.
Hell yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, so we like to give respect here at the top of the show. You had somebody you wanted to give respect to, Jeff.
Absolutely, man. So I want to give respect to
Kick it
Harry
off.
Ruiz and his family.
Oh, come on,
Yeah,
Harry.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you follow Harry on social media, you know that him and his lovely wife are expecting.
Then tell everybody who Harry is.
Harry is the Spanish commentator for our Las Vegas
There you
Raiders.
go.
So, and not only does he do that, but on Saturdays he is in L.A.
That's right.
doing the USC games as well. So so he's a busy man all over California.
Friend of the show.
And great friend of the show. Great friend of the show.
Awesome guy. We love Harry.
We love Harry, man, for sure. And he's a big supporter not only of us here at Raiders Fan Radio, but also the One Nation Foundation and Raider Dad, which is awesome. And so he's going to become a dad himself, which is fantastic. So we hit up our guy from Silver and Black Sports Collectibles, Alex, and he got a little Ruiz jersey made for his new little one. So we sent that over. It says 2020 or it says 26 on it. Said Ruiz on the back. It's super cool. So he got that in the mail this week, and he was like, "Man, you guys brought a tear to my eye. Like that's amazing,
man. We love Harry, man. And
Yeah, for
congratulations to him and his lovely bride on the on the birth of their first child. Do we know if it's a boy or girl yet? Do we know?
I think it's a little girl.
Little girl?
I think.
I think so. I think it's a girl. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the two of them, and much respect and love from us here at Raiders Fan Radio. All right, I've got another one for you. And this is perfect because this is what we call in the business, Michelle, a segue.
Oh, nice.
So one of the things you were talking about earlier, or one of the things we were discussing earlier about being Raider fans and longtime Raider fans, I want to give respect to Gary Graham. This is the second week in a row we've gotten a question from somebody on the social media that says, "Hey, I've got a topic for you for the show." And I love this, by the way. If you've got a topic that you want us to talk about here at Raiders Fan Radio,
up. Yeah.
hit us up. Hit me up. I'm at _Murf. Michelle is Hans Michelle on Twitter. Jeff is at _ Swag Jeff. Or you can hit the show Twitter, which is at Raiders Fan Radio. We don't really have the Instagram or the Facebooks and then that kind of stuff. Hit us up on the Twitter there if you want to.
That's the best way to reach us.
The best way, or send us an email. Then you can send the email at show@RaidersFanRadio.com. But I love this now that people are sending us these questions. So our buddy OG Todd sent us a question last week, and this week it comes from Gary Graham.
Nice.
So much respect to Gary Graham, who's at GW Graham. And he says, "Serious question I would like to see you address on Wednesday's show. It's now been over 40 years since the Raiders won a Super Bowl. Will any Raider fan over the age of 50 live long enough to see them win another? I turned 50 in June, and I've been thinking a lot about that lately." Well, as being the one resident of this panel here that's over the age of 50, I can tell you, Lord, I hope so. And the reason why is that it's not even so much for me, is that I've seen the Raiders win 3 Super Bowls. I was very aware of 2 of them. The first one, I was way too young. I was 4 years old. But the last 2, and especially the last one, I was very aware of. And I've been very aware of every playoff appearance and every competitive game that the Raiders have been involved in since then. And I can not only remember viscerally experiencing the Raiders being great on television and whatnot, but also being respected in the league amongst other football fans and hearing my family tell stories about the Raiders. And so I have a very active connection to the greatness of the Raiders. My children, however, have none of that. You know, my boys are 22 and 19. They have only known the Raiders to be an abject failure for the most part in their lives, other than 2 blips on the radar. So I want this. I would want it for the younger generation of fans to prolong the greatness of the Raiders in terms of the entirety of the conversation. Fred Biletnikoff, the great Fred Biletnikoff, and Frank Sinatra told me not to be a name dropper, but the great Fred Biletnikoff told us one day, one of the most poignant things that's ever registered to me as a Raider fan is that I asked the question, what would you tell the team if you could speak to them today? And he said, we paved a road to success and a road to greatness a long time ago. It's now time for these guys to paint their own lines on that road. And that, like, it frankly gives me even chills thinking about that idea, is that we can only stay connected to that past for so long. At some point, the Raiders have to make a name for themselves in the present and in the future. The greatness of the Raiders is in its future, according to Al Davis, and I firmly believe that, and I'm trusting that one day they will get there. But so, will we see that? I certainly hope so, man. I mean, you know, if I'm around for another 25, 30 years, that'd be a hell of a blessing, and I would hope that the Raiders could fucking figure it out before then. But should they not, I pray, honestly, for anybody that wants to be a fan of this team, because you don't have any connection to what it is to be great. You have a connection to a couple blips on the radar, and those blips weren't even all that fantastic to begin with.
Right. No, well said, man. Well said. Well, take it from I'm 37, but I'm still a young Raider fan, you know, and I haven't seen any, you know, I think, besides 2021, you know, my best season that I saw was 8-8. You know what I mean?
Geez.
So, and my kids have, they haven't seen anything, great as well. But no, I hope that one day we return to greatness here in the near future. I hope we return to at least, I mean, let alone win a Super Bowl, but just be relevant, be in the conversation, I mean, because young Raider fans right now, I mean, the young Raider fans are like dads that are your age or older that are, hey, Raiders used to be really good. You know what I mean? Like, I want the younger generation of Raider Nation to have something to be excited about, to have something to hang their hat on and be like, well, I mean, besides Derek Carr for a couple seasons, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, because that's all we got. That's all we got. So I really hope so.
Yeah. I mean, I think at this stage in the game, like Devin is 22 and I'm sure he thinks it's great that the Raiders have won 3 Super Bowls, but it doesn't mean to him what it would mean to you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
And I was 6 or 7 at the latest Super Bowl, so I don't have much recollection of that. And so I pray that the Raiders pull it together, but I, unfortunately right now, because I'm down so bad, don't have a lot of faith in, because every season it's like, oh, this was a good decision. This was a good job. Let's go. And then shit the bed. It's just like a continuation of, and at what point it almost feels like they have tried everything and they're just so inept. None of it's working because there's some sort of disconnect happening because they were great at one point and now we've had so many, we had 2 blips in 20 something year, whatever it is. It's, I mean, I don't want to sound, I'm not trying to be dramatic, but like I do feel concerned for the upcoming Raider fans because what the hell is there to attach to? But losing season after losing season and watching your mother try to make excuses for them and like try to pump them up and, like I'm buying the gear and I'm talking good about the choices that they've made and the people that are drafting and I'm trying to, I'm carrying the fucking team and they're not giving us anything back. And so at what point do kids, and especially now, because there is so many choices for things to watch, like back when I was in little, if my dad was watching ESPN, I was watching ESPN. If my dad was watching Monday Night Football, I was watching it, like, because we had one TV and it was what Dad was watching. Now we'll just take their phones or their laptop or whatever and go watch what the fuck they want to watch. Like, give us a reason to want to watch you. They haven't given any reason for us to want to sit with our families and watch the team. Like, it, I don't know. I don't know.
That's a really, really good point, Michelle. And I think about that idea that, like, I can't remember the last time I'm like, hey, boys, or hey, whoever, like, come on, Raiders are on tonight. It's a big game. Come on, let's sit down and watch this thing. Like, because I don't even make them aware of it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's usually like I'm sitting there watching the game and Vinny will come by and be like, hey, Dad, how they doing? Well, sorry, Dad, maybe next week. Yep, son, maybe next week. You know what I mean? But it's not even like an event anymore where it used to be like, it was like, all right, let's, hey, where are we going for the game?
Yeah.
Who are we getting together with? Mosh, where are we going to watch the game at? Like, we're playing the Jets, playoffs are on the line. What are we going to do? Like, there was always like consequence to it.
Right.
Yeah.
And now those things, the only consequence is just hanging out with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so like, and I'm with you, Michelle, too, is that I want to gather my thoughts around something that you said, because I think it's really important around that idea that when you mentioned like about how our kids, like at some point, like, okay, here, I'll say it like this. You've got these wonderful organizations like Raider Dad that are trying to build a fan base in Las Vegas, okay? Our kids have that connection to us as Raider fans and then by proxy, the past and the greatness, whatever. Raider Dad is trying to connect kids to being at a game, to experiencing the Raiders firsthand.
Right.
Experience the tailgate, the camaraderie, the love that Raider Nation is, the family that Raider Nation is, and then going into the game and experiencing the game, getting the good fortune of maybe shaking a hand or getting dapped up by Max Crosby or whatever, like those kinds of things that they're experiencing. Yes, those will develop core memories and connections to the team. But even those kids, when you're 8, that's an incredible experience and it's larger than life. When you're 38 and the team still hasn't done shit, how much of a fan are you? And where I say all the time, like the Raiders of the 70s and the 80s were like superheroes to me, because I would hear the stories from my uncles and my dad. And then as I got older, I read the books and read Badass and read Snake and read Call Me Assassin and all these amazing things. And it's like the Raiders were larger than life, and it was all connected to that greatness that I saw them be. If that stuff is empty and all you have is the memory of the experience of hanging out with people, well, then those relationships are sound. But what's your relationship with the damn team? Like for your kids, like, sure, they'll remember hanging out with Dad and watching a game. And
right.
So but you have a bond with your kids anyways.
Yeah. Right.
The Raiders don't supply any additional context other than they're just hanging out with Dad.
Exactly.
So at what point does that wear off and they're like, I mean, I could even say with my own kid, I can even say with Vinny.
Yeah.
Like, Vinny and I have an incredible bond, and he's a Raider fan, but we are not bonded over the Raiders.
Right, exactly.
Does that make sense?
No,
absolutely.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think that, it's troubling for me when I look at my kids and all that and see the team that they're growing up to see and stuff like that. But like, who's going to carry the torch for Raider Nation when some of these guys age out?
Sure.
We talked about it a couple weeks ago. Who's going to take the mantle for Gorilla Rilla, for Violator, for any of these people? The Raider Nation, they're called the most notorious fans in the NFL. That's one of their catchphrases. That's their thing.
Black hole.
They're the black hole, the most notorious fans, all that stuff. When will that die? When will we stop becoming that? Maybe now. Maybe now.
Yeah.
Maybe when we left Oakland.
We look cool.
Yeah.
We look great.
It's not very threatening.
I think about kids, and especially like kids that are taken to games, and even kids that are at home with their families watch, or their moms or dads watching. Those formidable years, like if you're at a Raiders, like let's say the Raider Dad kids, like they are going to those games and they're making those memories, but they're also seeing dejected fans that are like, and like cussing and they're angry and they're not
wearing
high-fiving.
bags.
Yeah. They're not like high-fiving and cheering for the Raiders and doing the Raider, it's like a black cloud over a really incredible experience. And even at home, like Devin, of course, he's moved out, but when he was at home and he would watch a game, I was fucking sad every day, or pissed off and like, don't talk to me, because give me a minute, kind of. And it's like, that's not the memory I want for Devin to have of me watching football. It should have been fun. It should have been, it just is. It's frustrating because, and I know like we're fans and it's different. These guys are, I don't want to say they're just there for a check, because I know a lot of them do bleed silver and black, but it is a job to them
100%.
and it is different from their perspective than it is from our perspective. But at the same time, we are giving this to you. What are you giving to us in return? And it just, I don't know. It's heartache at this point.
I agree, Michelle. It's a really, really good point, and as you're talking about that, made me think of the first game that we played at Allegiant, the opening week of the season. I want to say it was 2021, whenever it was, against the Ravens, when we won late in the game. Yeah. And Uncle Mosh and Vinny and I watched that together, and I had the wherewithal to set up a camera because the game was coming down to the line, and I set up a camera there filming us. So just not even for like social media or stuff. It's just to see like what it was like. And the Raiders pulled it out and we won. And it's the most joyful I've ever seen my kid watch it. But he was because he was hanging out with his uncle and his dad. And it was like, and there was success and it was a win and he was happy and it was fun. And it's like, that's probably the most engaged. He's sitting there with a blanket over his head, like he's locked into got a Raider blanket over his head and jersey and a hat on. And he's like, oh my gosh, like hanging on every play. And like, we don't have that. We haven't had that in so long. And that was just an opening win. Frankly, we could have had that this year. And then now that gets dashed as well. But anyways, I'll shut up now. We belabored the topic, but I want to say a lot of respect to Gary Graham. I thought that was an incredible question. And the short answer is, blessed, I hope so, man. Yeah. And I think that we can all agree that, well, Jeff, maybe you're in a little bit of a different category. For Michelle and I just want it for everybody else. Yeah. More than for me. Yeah. For my Raider spirit. My Raider spirit's not going to get ever broken. Like, I'll be down and I'll be mad and I'll be angry and I'll get on these microphones and bitch and all that kind of stuff. But you're not going to break my Raider spirit. Yeah. That thing is for freaking life, man, and it's never going anywhere. Right. And I think that you're the same way. Yeah. But for somebody that's 24 years old, shit, I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah, I want it for Raider Nation. That's hung in there. That's who I want it for. And their kids. Yeah.
100%. Yeah. No, I think, what do they call someone that's insane is a person that does the same thing over and over again and expects a different result. A different result. Yeah. You see the blueprint for the team. You see, teams like Washington last year. You look at Chicago this year. Young offensive coach and a young quarterback. We haven't done that. When was the last time we did that?
Jamarcus and Lane Kiffin.
There you go.
20 years ago.
There you go.
And there was dysfunction stacked on dysfunction, stacked on dysfunction.
And that decision of them doing that and seeing the results that they got, I mean, Jamarcus is Jamarcus. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, don't let that scare you to do it again.
I agree.
To try again.
It's the only thing we haven't tried in the last, since then, in 20 years.
100%.
It's the only thing we haven't tried. We haven't 100%. Tried a young offensive head coach, a first-round quarterback. Like, this is what I've been saying this, and I'm going to say this, and I'll shut up, and then let's hit a break, and then let's move on, and we'll hit the HTO spot. So, and we got to talk about the future of the show, too, which will be a nice transition. Yeah. So, I've this is what I've been saying online, because I'm all about the Fire Pete Carroll thing, right? Like, I've been all about that here lately. And a lot of people are like, you can't just keep firing coaches. You can't keep just firing coaches. And I'm like, number one, yes, you can. Yeah. And number two, I also, though, agree that you can't just haul off and fire coaches. But what I do think is important is that for the Raiders to be structurally sound and to generate patience within a fan base and, frankly, a proper expectation of an organization, is that hire a head of football operations, not a part-time guy like Tom Brady. If Tom Brady can't do it full-time, well, then Tom Brady doesn't need to have as loud of a voice in the organization as he does. Hire a proper president of football operations. Keep John Spytek if you want. I like John Spytek so far. Or hire a general manager with the condition that he has full control of the roster. Okay? So president of football ops, GM that has full control of the roster, a head coach that just coaches. What a concept. If you're Bill Parcells, you said you want to be able to shop for the groceries if you're going to do the cooking. Well, Bill Parcells is a Hall of Famer, and we haven't had one of those in the room in a long time. So in the meantime, have a head coach that is focusing on head coaching. And then the last part of that, draft a first-round quarterback. If the Raiders would do those 4 things, guess what? Let them cook. I'll be sitting back like this for the next 3 to 5 years. Waiting to, probably even more like 5 years, waiting to see how this thing goes. Let's watch it play out. But until the Raiders commit to a proper power structure that's proven successful in the NFL, well then no, I'm not going to be patient. I'm not going to be patient for Band-Aids anymore. I don't want Band-Aids at quarterback. I don't want Band-Aids. If your idea was, well, the Raiders were going to rebuild. If you didn't see that coming, then I don't know what to tell you. I've heard that from so many people. Come on, of course this was going to rebuild. Well, then why are you rebuilding with a 35-year-old quarterback and a 74-year-old fucking head coach? It's so stupid. Yeah. You're not.
Agreed.
Why would you rebuild that way? They're not in it for the rebuild. They're in it to win now. So bring me somebody that's in it for a proper rebuild.
Yep.
And do those 4 things, and I'm telling you, we'll be a hell of a lot more quiet and a hell of a lot more patient on a 2-win season if those things are in place, because we'll have hope. Yeah. Will there be a future in play? It may be an uncertain future, but we'll see it. We'll see the plan.
Yes.
The defense rests. Please hit a break, Jeff. Fucking Raiders.
Gosh.
Saint rocket science, man.
Las Vegas, a city without a pro football team, in a world gone mad. What can we do about it? Acquire the most desired franchise in sports history? Sin City, lost wages, home of the Elvis weddings, and 24-hour debauchery. But finally, a match made in heaven. The Oakland Raiders have landed in the desert with the Death Star as their home. And to celebrate beyond your imagination has come 3 individuals hosting the most irreverent show while paying homage to the storied history of this franchise. Raiders Fan Radio with Murf, Swaggy J, and Michelle, taking a lighter side journey into the dark side.
This is Dennis Haysbert, and you're listening to Raiders Fan Radio.
Love it.
Is that docile in it?
How cool is that?
That's amazing. I mean, we're in good hands.
Hey, I can write that off my taxes, man. I usually get about 50 grand for that.
Need some refreshment? Sip Real. At HTO, you can dive into dozens of flavors of real and real refreshing iced tea. Mix and match your faves or grab a gallon to go. HTO, real tea, real refreshing.
All right, we want to thank the good folks at HTO and their support of Raiders Fan Radio. And I also want to thank John B. Raider in there, who is in the chat room and sends a $20 super chat.
Let's go, dude.
He says, I understand that we weren't... I understand that we weren't going to the playoffs or Super Bowl this year, and I would be all for another year of Pete if the team was actually looking like they were improving or even fighting every week, but we're not. Next. Yes, and that's the whole point, is that, to going back to what Michelle's comments were at the top of the show, is that, you know, we were told Pete's words, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but it was, we're going to win 10 games, and I don't see a reason why we wouldn't, and I don't care who hears that. Well, so when you set that level of expectation and then fall horrifically short.
Yep.
There you draw the ire of Raider Nation. So, but appreciate you, John B. Raider, in there. That $20 donation, as of course, is going to the One Nation Foundation. All right. So, this might be a little bit premature, but I hate cryptic messaging, so I'm just going to throw it out there. But we're going to, so for those of you keeping tabs at home, for anybody that cares, we're going to have a few, I don't want to call them changes, but we're going to have a few inspirations around here at Raiders Fan Radio. Some things that are they're going to mix up a little bit, and so we have the absolute blessing of being able to grow our channel. And to stretch our legs a little bit creatively, and so we're gonna open up some other shows here on the network. We're gonna have another podcast coming out soon. I don't want to say what the name of it is because we don't have it locked in yet, and I don't want anybody stealing it because it's really good. The name is, if I don't say so ourselves. But anyways, so Raiders Fan Radio, the weekly show, is going to tighten up a little bit and turn into more of a sea of fans, kind of like what we do now, where we're going to do kind of a back and forth at the beginning of the show, get into the sea of fans, and then get out. We'll try to keep it around 90 minutes. And then we're going to have another couple of shows on the network, and we'll keep you guys posted on what that stuff is. But we've got some incredible opportunities that are supporting some folks out there, and one in particular that, for whatever reason, man, he might be a little confused, but he thanks a lot of us here for what we do, and God bless him, and we're so grateful for him. And I'm being facetious, but we're gonna stretch this thing out a little bit. And so I tell you guys all that because I would just ask for this, I promise this thing that everyone loves, and well, not everyone loves. There's like 4 of you, but the 4 people that love this thing and show up each and every week, we love you guys back, and so we won't never shift off of that platform. But we are gonna move out a little bit and do some fun stuff. And I promise, and when I say fun stuff, it's gonna be fun. Like when we say lighter journey into the dark side, it's going to get real freaking light.
Absolutely.
Around here, man. We're going to have a really, really good time. And the whole concept of the next show that we're going to be doing is, as we talked about here before we got on RFR tonight, is that the 3 of us are going to get on microphones and just try to make each other laugh. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Right? And that's always the best. We have the best times just when we're doing that, Michelle, right?
Yeah, like, I mean, fogging up those glasses is... I've never laughed harder than when we're all 3 laughing together.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited.
No, it's going to be fun, man. I can't wait. This is because, you know, what evergreen content is some of the best content where, you know, you tell your Raider friend or just friend about what we kind of got cooking up or whatever. You can tune in at any time. You can listen to our stuff, you know, because, you know, no disrespect to, you know, our show and stuff like that, but you know, Ron isn't tuning in to what we said 3 weeks ago because that shit doesn't matter no more.
Right. Once Monday Night Football's over, the show we're doing right now is irrelevant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're gonna bring some relativity up in here.
Oh,
man. Hey,
you know what? Write that down.
Okay.
Write it down, like right now.
Okay, I'm writing it down.
Yeah, write down, motherfucker. Write it down. Hurry up.
Don't be pretending over there. Really
Don't be
write
scribbling.
it.
I can see your
I
hand.
can see.
Yeah, I'm writing it down right now.
No, but yeah, we're going to be bringing relativity up in here. That's funny. That's going to be the tagline for the new show. There you go. Book it. But anyways, we appreciate you. And I promise, Raider Nation, we're not going to change from what we're doing here with RFR, man. It's just going to be a build on it. And we're given the opportunity to do that. And it's all going to help the One Nation Foundation and everything that we already do. And so we thank you to that. Once we start putting ink on paper, then we'll be openly thanking the individuals responsible for this, I promise. And not trying to be cryptic, but just want to give you guys plenty of heads up. And we've teased about this before.
We have.
We've had other opportunities that have kind of come and gone, and some other things that have happened. But this is the most real one we've had, and so it feels like it's going to get done. So I don't feel like I'm talking out of school, as the kids say. All right, so let's talk. Jeez, we're an hour and 10 minutes in. You guys want to talk about the Raiders or go to Sea of Fans?
I mean, we can touch on. Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Hey. That's what I tell Valerie all the time. We can touch on it.
Hey.
Let's start there.
Hey, you know what? But there's shit going on in the chat room.
Oh, what's going on?
Yeah, well, some people are, you know, talking about. I think Tiny Hat Sewer Rat said he's ready for Gruden. And
Okay.
and
All right.
it's,
I mean,
it's polarizing in the chat. Some people are like, "Man, you crazy, man, you crazy." But he's standing on business in there. He's saying it with his whole ass chest. So
Well,
he wants. So he said his plan was he wants Gruden and Arch Manning.
Arch that's a stretch. I mean, you never know how the draft is going to fall. I think that's
his draft stock is dropping.
Sure, but
drastically.
I mean, but it's just like you never know how, because that's probably at least a couple years off still. You don't know what teams are going to look like. I think that's a little bit of a stretch. What I will say this though is and people get mad at us when I bring this shit up, Michelle, but I'm not advocating for John Gruden by any means. And if there ever was a world where John Gruden came back, I don't think that he should have personnel influence. I think that 100% that should rely on the GM, just like it was successful the first time when that man's name was Al Davis.
Mm-hmm.
And John Gruden didn't have influence over the roster.
Mm-hmm.
So that said, I and we know from, and this is not name dropping. This is not the freaking, we were just happened to be around for shit. Yeah. We know what Mark's relationship is with John Gruden. What did you say that he said? I feel like I lost my best friend.
He said I lost my best friend. Because that same season he lost Gruden and he lost John Bedane. He lost his stability.
That was his words.
Those were his words.
That we were in
Mark
person.
Davis. That was Mark Davis's words.
So that's not speculation. That's not hearsay. That's not nothing. Those were that man's words.
Mm-hmm.
And we can confidently tell you that we heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Then Michelle and I, because that was me and Jeff, and then Michelle and I heard last year from somebody who's directly connected to the Gruden camp that Mark is waiting around for John to be eligible to hire back, which frankly he is now, and that he would come back to the Raiders should it not work out with, at the time, Antonio Pierce. That was, and you see John Gruden being connected to more and more things every day. So am I telling you it's going to happen? Are we telling you it's going to happen? No, that's not, don't hear what we're not saying.
Right.
But would it surprise me? No, it wouldn't surprise me a bit, Michelle.
No. I do wonder though, and this is all I guess everything is speculation, but if John Gruden did come back to coach the Raiders, would they have a target on them? Because the NFL doesn't like him, so do we want to relive that whole?
I was going to say that's our existence with Al.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that just is a continuation of issues. Like instead of bringing in someone young and fresh, I don't know. I like John Gruden, so I mean I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I do wonder if it would continue to put that target on the Raiders' back.
I agree. That's a really good point.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree. And that's, Al Davis was Al Davis before he sued the NFL. We were already winning championships. He was, responsible for the merger between the two leagues. Like he was just a huge voice in professional football. And then when all this stuff went down and he decided to sue the league and all that stuff wouldn't happen. So I hear you loud and clear. And I think that that's a very good point because listen, if Al Davis was the owner of the Raiders when the NFL chased down John Gruden, Al Davis would have told the NFL to go, pardon my language, would have told them to go fuck themselves. Yeah. Mark Davis freaking just was like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he just freaking went along with it because he'd already been granted his stadium deal and had a new pretty shiny home and all that kind of good stuff. That would have never been Al's story. Al would never have done what the NFL told him to do. So would Mark ever, I don't know, find, that sack to be able to go against the NFL and hire him back? I don't know. I think that that's probably not, going to happen. And again, and even Gruden, man, I love him too, as I love him as a personality. I love him as a coach. I love his knowledge and his passion, and he's a walking soundbite and all that stuff. But I don't ever want him to have influence over our roster again. That was an abject failure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was the end.
Yeah, but that wouldn't happen.
You would hope not.
No. I'm saying he wouldn't just be the coach.
That's what I'm saying. That's,
ever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He would never just be the coach.
No.
Mark Davis loves that man too much to not just give him the keys to the kingdom
100%.
again.
I agree.
Again.
I agree.
He gave him a 10-year, $100 million contract. That dude was ready to ride or die with John Gruden until the cows came home. Like,
And
he
then
was
probably become part owner at the end of it.
There you go. There you go.
You know
so,
what I mean?
you know, so we're not advocating for it. We've heard the stories. We've heard all these things that don't be surprised if this happens. Not saying that I'm on board for it because, you know, I like Gruden too, but I think it's time to move on.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
It's time to move on. It's time to go the Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams route.
Preach, bro.
It's time to go with some of these young guys. Give me Joe Brady and Mendoza.
Give me the next John Gruden.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because John Gruden was the 35-year-old hot head coach, offensive mind, like all that.
Right.
Who's the next guy? Is that Clint Kubiak, Clay Kubiak, Joe Brady, whatever? I mean, there's a lot of names out there. There's a lot of freaking coordinators out there. You know what I mean? There's even Cliff Kingsbury. You want to give him a job as a head coach again? Okay. Take him in a second, you know, with a first-round draft pick. Like, there are lots of guys out there. So I'm with you. Like, as much as I will always have an affinity for Gruden because of his personality and, like what we were talking about, like a connection to the past.
Yeah.
The connection to the 1999, 2000, 2001 Raiders is real.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
Well, and he gave us one of the blips. You know, you're talking about the blips, and you know, so it's almost
And that was
hard
a
not
big
to look
blip.
back. Yeah,
That was a Super Bowl blip.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That was
Yeah.
AFC Championship blip. That was like, if it weren't for Tony Saragusa breaking Rich Gannon's shoulder and the freaking tuck rule, you know, there's probably a Super Bowl win in there. You know? So that was a hell of a blip. So I'm with you, Michelle, and I'll always have a connection and a respect and a reverence for that.
Absolutely.
But how that translates to 2027, nah, we're good. Let's
I do
move
feel
on.
like it's a been there, done that, and
Right.
that's what we've always done. So let's do something different.
Let's do something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No,
Exactly.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
100%.
All right. So, wow, great question. Who was that that asked that?
That was a conversation started by Tiny Hat Sewer Rat.
Thank you, Tiny Hat
Also,
Sewer
great
Rat.
name. I love that.
Yeah,
name.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
very fun.
Absolutely. And thank you
And
to
tons of opinions, and we love those.
Yeah.
And I
Absolutely.
can't wait to go back and read all those because I mean that's all everyone's talking about right now is that and the positives and negatives of that. So
and we don't ever come on these microphones to be right. Like
Heck
we
no.
like don't
Heck
like
no.
we're not shy to hear an alternate opinion, and if you don't agree, that's awesome. And tell us why you don't agree, because I want to be open-minded to whatever those things are. You know what I mean? I feel like the three of us have a pretty solid take on it. You know, that we can respect it and still not want it at the same time.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? But also expect it if it happened. You know what I mean? Just because of the conditions of it. But, you know, again, that's what we say. We're not advocating for one thing or another. But I want to respect John Rodriguez in there with a $5 donation to the One Nation Foundation. Thank you, John. In order for John Gruden to come back, he has to legally eliminate Roger Goodell from the league before coming back. I agree. Like, he's got, I mean, he has a pending lawsuit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? And frankly, he could, whatever, we can debate that, John. He still could technically come back.
Yeah.
He was not fired.
Right.
I think he's gonna be a coach very soon.
Somewhere.
Very soon. Whether it be with us, whether it be with the Titans, whether it be with the Giants, whether it be with he's coming back.
Auburn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could see him end up in the SEC somewhere.
LSU.
Oh, dude, can you imagine? You know what? I'm gonna say that, and then I'm gonna shut up and let's talk about the current state of the Raiders. Talk about the Raiders that are, not the Raiders that aren't. If I had any as a fan opinion on where I would love to see John Gruden end up, put him at LSU.
Put him in the Bayou.
Put him in the Bayou so he can go toe to toe with Lane Kiffin, right? Josh Heupel.
Yep.
DeBoer, right?
Yep.
Like, that would be fun.
That's fun.
That would be fun. I would love to see that for him. I know he's a UT guy because of his wife and and he spent time there and all that stuff. But I could see John Gruden doing really well in the SEC. That would be fun. That would be fun.
Yeah.
But better than pro football for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I want to talk about Gruden anymore.
You want me to hit a break?
Yeah, please. Cleanse the palate. Jeez.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
Yikes. Paul says put him in the CFL.
There you go.
Podcasting and YouTube, the final frontier. These are the episodes of Raiders Fan Radio. Its never-ending quest to bring you the adventures of the Las Vegas Raiders. Its mission to raise money for the One Nation Foundation and to win over new fans. To support the takeover of opposing stadiums and to continue its lighter side journey into the dark side.
All right, appreciate you, Raider Nation. Appreciate everybody that's in the chat room. Swag Jeff, shout them out.
Absolutely. We got David Jackson in there, Ron the Mater Raider, John B. Raider, Paul is in there, Martin is in there. Let's see, F. Zagalgo, Zagalga.
Yeah.
You know who you are. You're in
crush
there.
that shit,
hell
bro.
yeah, hell yeah. Rodrigo Benjero is in there. Memo Live is
I
in
don't
there.
remember. No, let's not go with Jero Benjero.
Murf, shout out the chat. You want me to do this shit or not?
You can tell the one of us, Michelle, that is not from California.
Well, from Tennessee, Rodrigo Benjero was in there. Yeehaw!
You going out to dinner to Jalisco's tonight?
You're damn right. Gonna have some jalapenos. Some fajitas.
Hey, what do you know about your life?
Hey.
Is your wife aware?
Hell yeah, she is.
I hope so.
You damn right. You damn right. She's
Let's
serving them
bring that
up.
on her.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. She's serving them up.
Oh my gosh. All right. Do you guys want to talk about the Raiders?
I mean, that's why we're here.
All right, let's do one audio bite. I'm just going to play this and then let's go to the reactions. We're going to start off with you, Michelle, okay?
Okay.
When nothing is working, here's like how I chose teams in free agency. Like when everybody's looking good, that's got to be on the coaches. Like when this guy's a Pro Bowler, I went to San Francisco and Kittle's in the Pro Bowl, McCaffrey's in the Pro Bowl, Ayuk was having a crazy season, Deebo Samuel, Trent Williams. It was like everybody was balling. When nobody is balling, that's got to be on the coaches. When everybody and nobody is balling, that's on the coaches. The quarterback's not playing well. The running back's not playing well. The offensive player of the year tight end is not having the numbers he had. Your top wide receiver wants to get out of there. That tells me that's on the coaching because it's not looking good at any level in any form of it. So when I see teams where everyone is going or nobody is going, that's when it falls on the coaches to me. I'm not in that locker room. I don't have enough information to say for sure. But from my experience as a player, the way the Raiders is looking right now offensively, that's got to fall on the coach.
I don't think you have to be in the locker room to see that it falls on the coaches because there are players that were killing it. Even though there was a shitty season last season, there were players that were dominating that are no longer dominating. What changed? The coaching changed. Like it absolutely falls on the coaching. Like and that's 1,000% correct. When everybody's shitty, even special teams, like that was the strong point for the Raiders, and they're shitty. Like 1,000% is the coaching. Fire all of them. Honestly, I'm pissed.
Swag Jeff.
Fuck this team, bro. I don't know, man. It's all shitty, man.
That's your boy Logan Ryan, former Titan,
He ain't
former
my- he ain't my
Patriot,
boy.
former.
He ain't my boy.
Whatever.
No, he ain't my boy. No. I mean, but nothing good is happening right now. No one is.
One
one is improving. No one is getting any better. It's all regression from the top to the very bottom. Everyone is just regressed. No, even Max. My favorite freaking Raider. He's having a season. Oh, cool. You got an interception. That's great. Yeah. But you also only have 4 sacks or whatever on the season. Like, come on, man. Like, we paid you a lot of money.
Yeah, like Pete says that they're so close that they've almost got it figured out. When you listen to his freaking press conference and when you listen to what he had to say with JT the Brick today, and he was like, the guys see it, man. We're so close. Like, we're right there. Like, we just gotta close this thing out. And he kept talking about and fairly, he kept highlighting the quality of defense that the Raiders are playing, but then he was passing on nothing but excuses for the freaking offense. And I'm like, when are you going to call out your boy Gino? Like, when are you? And it's not even just like It's, we got the first half of the season behind us. We got that first half back. We got that put behind us. Now we got to focus on the second half of the season. It's like, no, like, why can't he be at least a little bit more detailed, Michelle, about the things that they need to work on? He says, we don't need to turn the ball over. He says, we don't need to turn the ball over more. How about Geno doesn't need to throw so many interceptions because he's leading the league? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, what is stopping him from calling out specifically like a coach should do? I mean, I'm sure he's doing it in practice. Well, let's hope he's doing it in practice. But I swear Geno's got an envelope of pictures or something. He got something on that dude, because there is zero reason, especially now. Like, I know they're paying him a lot of money, but you're paying the money anyway. Let's see what other people have that can do. Let's see what else someone can do besides throw interceptions and look very mediocre out there. Geno and Pete, I don't know, they got something going on, because he can't seem to call him out specifically, and it's weird.
And absolutely. And it's not even so, like, I feel like you don't even have to call a guy out directly, because that would be, you know what I mean?
Well, you could say Geno's got to stop turning the ball over.
Come on.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Because he fucking does. Like, he needs to stop turning the ball over. Say it.
Yeah, let's acknowledge the truth. Yes, I'm with you. And there's this like cryptic thing going on between him and Chip Kelly. There's a cryptic thing going on between him and Patrick Graham. There's a thing going on between John Spytek and Pete Carroll. Like, it's like all over the place. None of it connects, Jeff. And that's been the hardest thing for me to wrap my brain around. I'm not trying to sell a narrative here, but even last year with Antonio Pierce, we knew what it was. Yeah. It just wasn't working. And that's okay. He was over his skis. He got into that position before he should have, based on circumstance. And frankly, he tightened up when he got into that position. The things that he was doing that were aggressive, that were winning football games, he stopped doing because he was coaching not to lose.
Yeah, he was coaching not to lose.
You know, too many people in his ear, I think.
And he had too many people in his ear. I agree. Instead of just going off of exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so but give me that guy over whatever the hell this is, because at least we knew what that was. It was like, okay, well, we've got an inexperienced head coach that's trying to figure it out. Well, as Scott and Mo would say, this isn't the place to learn on the job, but at least we knew what it was. You know, now I'm like, dude, you should know this shit. And you told us you knew this shit, and it's still not happening. So I don't know, man. It's very confusing, and it's anyways.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No, and there's a guy in the chat, guy or girl in the chat that's hating on us a little bit. Said you guys are doing nothing but yelling and bitching about the team and all that stuff.
Well, what do you want? The fucking Raiders won 2 games. What do you want us to do? The Raiders have had 2 blips on the radar in the last 23 years. I'm sorry if I'm bitching. I love the fucking Raiders, and they suck, and they've sucked for the better part of that time. And if you can go back 40 years, they've sucked even more, because you've had nothing but the middle 2000s. You had 1995. You had 2016 and 2021. Hang your hat on Derek Carr some more.
We really are trying. I mean, we do our best to be positive,
man.
But when you have such little to be positive about, like, this show would literally be 2 minutes, and honestly, not even sure what I could think of for 2 minutes to say something positive. Like, I feel like have been pretty fucking positive for a lot of years.
We've been hanging on for a really long time.
Give us a minute to let it out a little bit. Like, I feel like everybody probably would love the opportunity just to vent it out a little bit. I mean, let's be honest. The Raiders haven't given us much to laugh at for sure, but we're being laughed at, you know? So no, I don't, I'm just someone.
My wife just threw a bag of peppers in the door.
We're doing our best, guys. We're doing our fucking best.
We're doing our best, man.
Yeah, you know, I mean, this show has always been called a lighter side journey in the dark side, and it always will be that. But it's also just Raider therapy. Yeah, you know, for not only just for you guys in the chat room, but for us too, because because Podcast Dad doesn't let us talk about the Raiders on any other day besides Wednesday.
You don't know what we go through with Podcast Dad.
Yeah, exactly. So no, I mean, I get what you're saying. But what is there to be positive about?
Yeah, and we
Like,
do laugh in between. Like we do have lots of good laughs.
We cut up, and you know what? And guy in the building right here, you're gonna love our new show because we ain't talking. We ain't talking much about the
Talking about the fucking classy language. Yeah, okay, all right. Well, you know what?
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Start your own podcast. Start your own podcast, and you can turn this one off, and you
I
can hear
took
all the
that as
fucking
a
classy language.
I took that as a compliment.
Oh, well,
We
maybe.
do have
Hopefully that's
no,
nice.
it wasn't.
It
But
wasn't,
I'm
yeah.
taking it as a compliment. We do have very classy language.
Get the fuck out of here. Sorry. I'm over this stuff. I'm over this whole policing of shit and the policing about what I have to act like or what I have to do when we get on these microphones. Listen, I am passionate about this goddamn football team. I got them tattooed on my body. I adorn myself in their gear. I decorate my house with it. I name my dog after it. I celebrate this fandom with my best friends, hanging out every Wednesday night. Don't tell me how I have to do or do not do. I'm going to do as I choose to because the Raiders are going to lead me to said direction. Yes, we're going to have fun. Yes, we're going to be positive with each other. But when it comes down to this team, if you think anything about the Raiders is positive, then God bless you. But I can't do that math for you because the math is 2 and 7.
Now look what you did. Look what you did to Murf.
God dang it, man.
You
that
broke
pisses
Murf.
me off. It's so stupid. Don't tell me. Or I've had people say, like, don't have a loser mindset. Your team is full of losers.
Yeah.
They're losers.
What do we do?
They're not losers. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. We're just here to talk about the freaking team, man. Yeah. Like, it drives me nuts. All right, get us out of here because this is ridiculous.
Let's hear from you.
Because they're going to be way more positive. They're going to be way more positive, I promise.
You want me?
Yeah.
Have another drink, pal.
Take it.
Hey, so if you want to connect with us, you can do that in several ways. First and foremost, join us every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern here on the YouTubes with the best chat room for the most part in all of Raider Nation. And you can connect in that way. There's some great folks in the building all the time, and we love you guys for that. If you want to contact the show, you can do that a couple ways as well. You can hit us up on email. You can email us at show@RaidersFanRadio.com. That is SHOW@RaidersFanRadio.com. And if you don't like that, if you're not good at typing or anything like that, and you just want to call and air your grievances, talk about the direction of the team, funny family stories, anything like that, you want to bitch at us, whatever you want to do, you can call the show at 909-345-3346. That is 909-345-3346. And you could do that. So first and foremost, we start with the email portion of the Sea of Fans mailbag. And so, Michelle, who do we have tonight?
Well, did you do the $2 John Rodriguez super chat? Did you read that?
No,
one?
that just came in.
Okay. John Rodriguez $2. He said, "I'm not holding my breath against Dallas." Yeah, same. And another $2 one that said, "Preach if you have to like salty sailors." Yes, we are salty sailors, and we are proud of that. Okay,
there you go.
So first we have.
I don't know if I've ever seen Podcast Dad this mad.
I know. That was impressive. Okay, here we go. First, we have James Williams. Good morning, family. As we celebrate Veterans Day this week, I wanted to tell a personal story. I retired from the Navy after 21 years of amazing service in 2023. I tweeted a picture of me standing in front of the ATC tower I was responsible for at my last duty station in Washington. I grew up in Los Angeles and was raised as a Raider fan. Of course, they played in the Coliseum during my childhood. I'm also a huge fan of the back-to-back World Series champion Dodgers. Yeah, go Dodgers. And I'm glad Murf wasn't here for that.
Oh my gosh.
World-class Lakers. After my retirement, I wrote to all three organizations and hoped they would fly my flag. Only one wrote back and gave me that honor. It was the Raiders. They took a picture of my flag, wrote a letter to me, and gave me a pennant. No matter how bad this team is or how long they keep making bonehead decisions. I will forever be in Raider Nation. Jacoby Myers left a message for us. Things will turn around. Not sure when that will be, but it will.
I
Go
love
Navy,
that
beat
he
Army.
did that. I
was
love that he
really
shouted us
cool.
out.
Yeah. Go Navy, beat Army, Navy Chief, Navy Pride, go Raiders.
Nice.
Thank you, James William, and
There you
thank
go,
you for your
James.
service. Thank
Absolutely.
you for your service. Okay, next we have who this? A hooligan. Okay. What's up, Murf, Michelle, Swaggo? The season is shot. JPJ is out. Max has double and triple down on being a Raider for life. Our shining star of a kicker is no longer infallible, and we've brought in another kicker just in case. Rumors are beginning to swirl in the ethos that Chip could relive Papa Pete in a nightmare secession scenario. Just so much to take in. I don't know about all that, but I do know this. We play them boys on Monday Night Football. My wife, God bless her simple little soul, is a Cowgirls fan. The two of us will be sitting there both rooting for our respective teams. One of us will leave Vegas disappointed. Please let it be her. Until the next time, hooligan out. Thank you.
There you go, hooligan.
All right. Let's see. Next is Martin. And he just sent this. This just came through.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it is morning there. I was like, oh, wait, it's morning. He says, morning all. Quick point tonight. I think we as a fan base need to be grateful that we don't support one of those franchises that has never been to a Super Bowl, let alone win any. Imagine if we didn't even have that to glory in. That being said, the Raiders somehow have to build a new legend in this relatively new home base, and I hope it doesn't take them too long to do it. Shout out to the chat, the One Nation Foundation, and its partners, Raider Dad, Colton, Miller, JPJ, and anyone else who knows me. Martin, Made Man, 9-time Sizzler recipient, 3-time Fanny Award winner, 2025 Made Man of the Year, Rookie of the Year, and Polly Award winner, your friend from across the pond, Martin.
Hey.
There you go, Martin.
Thank you, Martin.
And last but not least, we have Paul.
Paul.
Evening, everybody. I hope you're all feeling well. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. No, not the film from
Murf
the 90s.
isn't feeling well right now.
No,
I'm
he
good
is
now.
not.
I'm good. I'm
Oh,
good. I'm
okay.
good. All right.
No, not the
calm
film
down.
from the 90s. This is the Raiders 2025. The fear within the coaching staff continues to manifest itself in confusion, panic, and lack of accountability. Cliques will be forming and conversations will be taking place in shadowy corners. It must be quite a sight. Anybody that thinks this isn't happening in Henderson right now is delusional. This is exactly what's going on in dysfunctional organizations. The fear among the players is because they're not being coached right and they're being hung out to dry on a weekly basis. The loathing part is because the fans are being treated like idiots. Pete Carroll clearly assessed this roster in preseason and thought they were better than they are. Once he realized they weren't, he started to flounder, and he's trying to find a handbrake by collecting waifs and strays from his last days in Seattle. The building of the roster has been desperate at times, and he now knows it's going to take longer than he thought. My guess is he will retire in January. But what is Chip Kelly's story? From my possibly uneducated position 6,000 miles away, he seems to think he's still running a college outfit and is coaching accordingly. How long will it take him to realize this isn't the case and it won't work? Here's a question for you, Chip. In Denver last Thursday, Brock Bowers, 3 targets, 1 reception, and 31 yards. Why? We've heard Carroll say, we tried all night to get the ball to Bowers, but the Broncos are a good defense. Lies, lies, and more lies. You don't need to watch hours of tape to see that wasn't the case. This is where the loathing really kicks in. For this coaching staff, they haven't got a clue, and they think we don't know it. The defense restricted the Donkeys to 10 points, and Kelly couldn't run the offense to secure a win with the best tight end in the league. Please, can somebody make it make sense? Last Thursday was another example of missed opportunities as we blindly stumbled toward pissing another win up the wall against, quite frankly, dreadful opposition. The special teams coach was subsequently fired, and that's fine, but why stop there? We need a root and branch cleared off the staff. John Spytek can be the salvation if he's allowed to be. If he's being hindered in his work and stopped by Carroll and Kelly, then they should demand a change in philosophy or have the courage to quit and think of his own professional standing in the game. He has to grab it by the balls and make the decision to improve the front office, as well as the playing staff. Don't lock yourself in your office hoping it's all going to go away, though. Do something or say something at least. Your silence is deafening. And finally, we can't be having these same conversations the closer we get to the draft. If Pete Carroll is still in charge, the fear in Raider Nation and the loathing will continue to grow, which brings me to Mark Davis. Mr. Davis, nobody can doubt your love for the Raiders, but if you're not having uncomfortable meetings with certain individuals and smashing coffee cups up the wall, demanding better,
Come on.
I'd be really disappointed in you. If you're just making snow angels and dollar bills on the floor of your office, again, I'd be really disappointed. All of which may be happening. I very much doubt it, though. Meanwhile, all we get to see is embarrassing underachievement and everybody plodding along aimlessly. So you tell me, what else are we supposed to think? Stay safe, RFR family. Love you, Raider Nation. His Lordship, the Royal Scribe, Paul Edgerton, Shropshire, Mississippi, Pollery Award winner 2019-2022, Foggy Glasses Award winner 2020, Made Man of the Year 2024, RFR Maverick Award winner 2025, BRT Scissor Scorekeeper, Proud Made Man, five-time times 5 winner of the Raiders Fan Radio BRT Sizzler Award.
Attaboy, Paul.
Hey, nice.
Paul.
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 Paul. Paul. Paul.
Claude. Claude. Claude.
Paul.
Paul. Paul. Paul.
Paul, your name Paul?
Hello. Paul. Hello. Paul.
I met him with Paul. Who? Paul.
Paul. Yes, Paul.
Paul's not here. Hey, Paul. Paul.
Hi. I'm Paul.
You're darn right you are, Paul. We appreciate you so very, very much, brother, and appreciate everybody that emailed the show tonight. We had Martin, we had Paul, and who else in there, Michelle?
Oh, in the chat?
In the emails.
It was Hooligan,
Paul, and Martin?
Paul and Martin. Wait,
And James Williams.
James Williams.
Oh,
that's
James
right.
Williams.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys so very, very much. Thank you so much for emailing and participating in this show. The show is conversational when it's at its best. And so we appreciate you so very, very much. All right, next up, we're going to get to the voicemails. Y'all don't think this means some shit to us?
I'm telling you, man.
It means some shit to us.
Hell yeah.
All right, Jacob from Fresno. We love you, man.
Yep, Murf and Michelle. This is Jacob from Fresno with the guy. It is now Friday morning. I'm on my way to work, and I just wanted to call you guys, give a little recap, and let you guys know, because I got the all-seeing eye here. I understand where this thing's going, man. 5-6 wins, tops. That's where we're going. But here's why it's not so bad. You have to recognize the geography of where we're at right now. Just in layman's terms, we're cooked, you know. But if we get a little bit more nuance than that, we just have to look at it like we got Geno Smith in his first year in the silver and black, and it's just Geno Smith, right? It's not like we brought Peyton Manning near the end of his career, like the Broncos did back in 2015 was the final year, right? But still, like, you look at that type of thing, that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at a guy who's going to establish a culture here for the Raiders so that hopefully the next guy we bring in can pick up where he left off. And what it is right now is we're just not a winning team. We haven't put it together. If you want to make it very simple, we are not a team yet. We don't have a group of guys that have been together long enough. We got Max Crosby and a bunch of other dudes. And, you know, that's just what it is right now. If you look at last night's game, man, there's just I saw some good things from different players, but the thing is we're not putting it all together at the same time. There's not a lot of cohesion among the team. These look like guys that haven't really put a lot of time together in the offseason. You know, I'm looking at the wide receivers. Dante Thornton doesn't look like he's gone out and practiced with Geno Smith 1,000 times. You know, all these wide receivers, they're running routes that I'm like, okay, why'd you take that step right there? That didn't make sense. I understand why Geno put it there. There's some passes where I'm like, all right, Geno, why didn't you put it a little bit further over? But these guys they haven't learned each other. They might know the playbook because they've been in the NFL a while, but they don't know each other. Everybody is different. So these guys have to learn each other, and that's going to take a lot of time. But what we want to do this year, at least, I know there's no moral victories, guys, but you got to be a realist. You got to understand how football works. It doesn't happen overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day, and the Raiders just have to establish a competitive nature first. And I think right now we're pretty competitive, but we have to show that we're more consistent than we are right now. So focus on the future. Maybe Archie Manning's going to be the guy. Who knows? But that's the bright side of everything. We don't know what the future holds, guys. We appreciate you. You take it easy and go.
Nice.
Attaboy, Jacob.
He's a positive guy, man.
Always, man. Love that about Jacob.
Yeah.
He's a
I
man
think
of the cloth. Of course he is.
Of course he is, man. Yeah. And, you know, I mean, he talks about 5-6 wins. I think that's a very positive take. I'll just say that.
Yeah, because we're looking at what? Browns and who? would be
Giants.
Yeah. So 4.
Mm-hmm. And the Giants just fired Brian Daboll, so they're going to be playing inspired football.
True.
So Shedeur Sanders might be starting by the Browns game.
Wild, bro.
We ain't winning one more game.
I don't think so either.
Like maybe one game. Maybe listen, do I want them to win every game? Absolutely. But if we're being a realist, and he said we need to be realists, I'm being a realist.
I don't know another W.
And because they haven't given us any reason to believe that they can win another game.
Yeah, agree.
The only way that happens is you have to force feed Brock Bowers all the time.
But they didn't even do that against Denver.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
I get that. I get that. But you look at, like, I feel like our best chance to win, besides the 2 games that we did, one was the Jacksonville game. And what did we do? We fed Brock Bowers all the time. Yeah. All the time.
He could single-handedly count for 1 or 2 more wins.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
You know? But, yeah, I don't know. But they got to feed them, like you said.
The other thing, too, about them being, they are a new team, but they could have built on the team that they had. I know that it was not a great team, but there was a lot of chemistry that has been eliminated from this team. Like, they could have taken that and ran with it. But they didn't. They decided to strip it from any amount that it had and try to start from scratch. So that's why it's a new team, not because it was just a new team. They stripped the team from
especially
anything
defense.
That they had. Yeah.
Defensively.
Yeah.
How many guys did we lose?
Yeah.
6?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Lot,
Trayvon Merrick.
Divine
Diablo, Rob Spillane, Nate Hobbs.
Chase on.
Yep.
That's 5.
Uh-huh.
And
that dude's balling out.
A lot of them are.
And Jacorian Bennett.
A lot of them are balling out.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
You know, which is what always happens.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like 6.
There's 6 right off the top. Yeah. Jeez. Marcus Epps, but I know he was hurt, but I don't even know what he's doing right now.
I think he's in New England.
Well, speaking of that, there you go. Add that to, well, not New England, but where's Jack Jones? Miami.
Oh, Miami. Yeah, there's another one. There you go, 7.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
Yep. And Jack Jones had a couple of good games in Miami.
Sure did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, man. Jeez. Okay. All right. Let's focus on the future. Yeah. Let's check in with our good buddy in Pennsylvania. He is Jay from PA.
Hey, guys. It's Jay from PA. Just wanted to call in before your show. You ever get creative in the kitchen? I love to cook, and sometimes I could get a little overzealous with it. You get a bunch of ingredients that you're like, there's no way this could go bad, and you put all those good ingredients together, and it is just awful. That's what I see with this team. I shouldn't call it a team. That's being very generous. I see just a bunch of pieces that have no business being together. I see a coach who's just doesn't understand the game. I see everybody pointing fingers at Chip Kelly and not Pete Carroll, even though Pete Carroll's the head coach. There's so much finger pointing that this isn't even a team. How do you come back for another year with what's going on? How do you rebuild with a 4 or 5-year-old head coach and a 35-year-old quarterback who looks like he just got his bag and doesn't give a shit? There was a quote. I forget who asked him this in the media day. They asked, does the locker room back you up with all of your struggles? And his answer was, you can ask the guys in the locker room that. Now, this was probably 3 weeks ago, I want to say. Which had, when he said that, does not show me a guy who's backed by the locker room or who might be well-liked in the locker room. I think Gino's a problem. And let's not forget, it wouldn't be the first time he was a problem because the Jets linebacker broke his jaw in the locker room for mouthing off. I see a bunch of pieces that don't look like they belong together. I just wanted your guys' take on this. Maybe I'm reaching on it. I just don't see a team, and I don't know how you bring them all back. But thank you guys for everything. Can't wait for the show. Go Raiders.
Hey, Jay from PA. I think that is an incredibly succinct way to describe what this Raiders team is, not only from a roster standpoint, but from an entire organization. It feels like a bunch of pieces that don't fit.
Mm-hmm.
The longer this season goes on, the less and less I can figure out what the hell we did in the draft. Because aside from Ashton Genty, no one gets any playing time. Jack Besh gets barely any targets. Caleb Rogers, Charles Grant,
inactive.
Darian Porter got a little bit of action finally.
Tonka and JJ, not even active, if barely a little bit. Let's see, Cam Miller not on the football team anymore. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Yep.
The rebuild versus the aging quarterback and the aging coach doesn't make any sense. Like, yeah, this season just doesn't make a lot of sense. But anyways, that's a great call out there from Jay and PA.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that we and most of Raider Nation agree with you that like the math doesn't math. Like it doesn't work. And so we're all sitting here trying to figure it out. And there goes, my point earlier about like, if we at least saw the structure and framework to then watch it play out over a period of years, that would make a lot more sense to us. But we don't know what the framework is.
Yeah.
Who knows? We were told what the framework is going to be, and then it sucked, and then now they're changing what the definition of the framework is. So
Have we been through a rebuild since Mark took over? Like an actual rebuild?
Yes.
We have?
Yeah, Reggie McKenzie broke it all the way down.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, Reggie McKenzie broke it all the way down. And so, and we had Dennis Allen was a disaster. But then we brought in Del Rio. But when you look at what McKenzie did by jettisoning, remember all those bad contracts and stuff that we had, Michelle? Like, remember how it was rough, man? Like we were dealing with the fallout still. I know it was many years later, but the Jamarcus fallout and Javon Walker and like all that stuff. There was still, we were in salary cap hell, Jeff. You don't remember that. But Reggie McKenzie got us right. And then he drafted his ass off for a couple of years and then built a wall around a young quarterback. He drafts Derek Carr, he drafts Khalil Mack, he drafts Jabe Jackson, signs Kelechi Osemele, signs Donald Penn, signs Austin Howard, Rodney Hudson, then drafts Amari Cooper and you know what I mean? Like he freaking built a badass football team, man. And 2 years later, we were in the freaking playoffs. Yeah. And if it weren't for Derek breaking his leg, then we'd have probably won that playoff game, that first one at least. Yeah. But signs Sean Smith on defense, signs Crabtree. It'd go on down the list, man. That guy built a hell of a football team, and that was the last time that we had a fresh rebuild. You got to remember when the Raiders drafted Derek Carr in 2014. That immediate season, they lost 10 games straight.
Right.
Out of the gate, bro. Lost 10 straight. It was rough. Yeah. They won 4 games. Then the next year, they won, 7, I think, if I remember right? And then after that, it was 12.
But the difference with that between other seasons that we've had, because we had a 10-game losing streak last year and stuff too, but you saw the hope because you saw the vision and you saw that young quarterback and all that stuff where
the
this time
pass rusher, the dynamic pass rusher, the bulking of the offensive line. Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
What did we see in that last year? We didn't see that. We saw a floundering quarterback. We saw a team that couldn't run the football minus Josh Jacobs because he wasn't around anymore. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have those same dynamics anymore. So yeah. Well, I think it was McKenzie. I think that was it. And then after that, there was no such thing because there was no rebuilding. There was only reloading when it came to Al.
Right.
Yeah,
totally.
So, yeah. Finding a new way still, man, as Raider fans. We're trying to still, in the team still, man, trying to figure this thing out. So, yikes.
I just wonder if hiring Pete was his last-ditch effort to, keep this group together and win now. Because I feel like at this point now, that rebuilding and getting rid of a bunch of people, that's our only other option that we have at this point.
Unless they keep Gino and Pete for another year.
Don't do me like that.
Oh, man. But here we speculate, not speculated, but we talked about the Gruden thing. There's also a very big part of me that's already attempting to accept they're going to run this back. That's where we're at.
Yeah. And there ain't gonna Pete Carroll is not gonna get fired mid-season in any season.
No, they wouldn't do that.
So if he
I don't even think they'd fire him in the offseason. He'd have to retire.
Right.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. And what he signed a 2-year deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Gino, well, 3, but 2 guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly, guys, I think this is where we're at. I think that they're gonna run it back. They're gonna try to reload, question mark, and then run it back with Pete and Gino.
Oh
We're gonna be right back here.
Well, then we ain't taking a freaking quarterback.
I know.
If that happens, we won't take a quarterback.
I know.
We'll take one in the
That
4th round.
Cannot.
Doesn't that blow your mind?
Be the plan.
Tom-
that cannot be the plan.
Tom Brady came out this week and said that he loves Notre Dame quarterback CJ Carr. CJ Carr won't be into the draft until 2027.
So Max will be gone.
Oh,
he's not going to stick around for that.
I can't imagine.
He's if anybody would, it would be him. But at a certain point, man, I mean, his contract is so tradable at that point. Like he's gonna be. I mean, does he want to go through this again?
Right.
There's already been rumors around strife between the offense and defense in the locker room because the defense
as there should be.
The defense is kind of halfway doing their job.
Yeah.
Dude, we held one of the most dynamic offenses of the league right now to 10 points last week at their own crib.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me you're not frustrated if you're Max Crosby or anybody else that plays defense.
No, seriously.
You know, you can't put up more than 7 points. That's what
I'd be putting people's heads in the toilet. I mean,
come on.
so serious.
Yeah.
Like you need to fucking pull it together.
You go to Kansas City and they have 30 offensive plays. Like defense is like, guys, give us a break.
Yeah.
Still drinking my water.
Little help here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? It's brutal, man. It's absolutely brutal what those guys are having to deal with, man. The disparity on both sides of the ball, man. Like I don't know how that doesn't create tension and strife between them.
Yeah.
You know? So anyways. All right, next up, let's see. We got one more left? Yes?
2, I think.
Oh, okay, that too. We got Mojo.
Oh. This should be positive.
Lighten it up around here.
Absolutely.
Let's move on from me yelling at the camera.
You got a red face and shit too.
Dude, I was fucking pissed.
Yeah,
that
you
shit
are.
flew all over me, man.
It did. It got you.
It got me. It got its hooks in me, man. I'm not proud of it, but it's the truth. You know what I mean? It's
Big old truth, bro.
I'll own it.
What was the real world's tagline? Where shit start? What was it?
Oh, when things start getting real?
Yeah,
Or something like that?
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. When keeping it real goes
Oh
wrong.
my gosh.
No, it didn't go wrong. It's
No,
fine.
it went right.
No, it's fine.
It's fine.
And it went exactly like it should have went.
I think those two guys are gone now.
Oh, like bounced?
Like they left or they
Or
got
they
No,
left.
I didn't kick them out.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
We had to censor some of their comments, but that's okay.
That's okay. You know, this isn't the place for everybody. But we say it all the time. This is a Raiders fan dog whistle. Not everybody hears it.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently there were a couple of guys that
when
didn't hear
people
it.
stop being polite and start
Start
getting
getting
real.
real.
Oh, nice.
There you
That's
go.
literally
Thank
what
you.
happened.
Yes, I stopped being polite. I agree.
Oh.
I'll own it.
Hell yeah.
I'll own
That's
it.
okay.
Hey, man. Shit means something.
Hell yeah, it does.
Hell yeah, it does.
All right, Mojo, what you got?
My name is Mojo, and I'm a Raiders fan.
Hi, Mojo.
It's been another Sunday. I know I shouldn't keep doing this to myself. This loyalty. It just feels like a self-harming addiction. I'm trying to take control of it for my own well-being. I had to admit it. Thanks.
Yes.
It does feel a little like a humiliation ritual sometimes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh, man. Why do we do this to ourselves, Michelle?
Listen, I ain't got that answer. I wish I did. I don't.
All right, we got one more to get to. Let's see who we got. We got Tommy in North Carolina. Oh, is Tommy new caller?
New?
Maybe
That sounds new.
Murf, the rest of the Raider fan radio crew. My name is Tommy down here in North Carolina.
Hey, Tommy.
I'm calling post-trade deadline, which also comes after the loss to the Jags. Organizationally, what are we doing? I mean, like, the Jets admittedly just told the world that we suck, we need to rebuild, and they got quite the haul. Now, what they do with those draft picks, we'll find out. But for Pete Carroll to just come out and say, we're not making moves for the future, well, then, like, what are you doing? Because you're not even making moves in the present to even put yourself in the best position to win football games. Murph, I saw your post on Twitter where, you said that you haven't soured on a coach this early. And I got to say, I got to agree. And this is coming from a guy who legitimately, despised Josh McDaniels and the fact that he ruined football for me for a solid year and a half. I mean, even that guy I gave the benefit of the doubt, but for whatever reason, this coaching staff has put the most sour taste in my mouth.
Preached.
And I'm really to the point where I just want this team to go into a direction, and it feels like every time that we feel like they're going somewhere with optimism or with Carroll coming out saying we're going to win a bunch of games and this isn't a rebuild, those are expectations that they set basically for us, and at this point, I just want to see a better and proper direction. I don't know what that looks like or even feels like. But, man, this organization makes it extremely difficult. Once a Raider, always a Raider, never hopping off the ship. Give me your thoughts. Go Raiders.
There you go, Tommy.
That's a great call.
Fantastic.
That's strong.
Yeah.
That's strong. Go ahead, Michelle.
I mean, yeah, it is. I think I don't want to speak for everybody, but we're not jumping off. Like, we're in this is a for life thing. But it is it's debilitating. That might, okay, now I'm being dramatic. But it's like, yeah, it is deflating.
Deflating. There you go. Yes.
And he said that he hated, we all gave Josh McDaniels the benefit of the doubt. And I think because we thought he had learned, so we had knew a little, I didn't know a lot about Pete Carroll before. I just knew he was a pretty good coach, won a Super Bowl, all that jazz. But like with Josh McDaniels, we thought he had learned. So I think we gave him a little more rope. There was no time to even give any leeway because it soured fast. Like the way he was talking at press conference, the way that the coaching decisions, there was no time for us to try to give some hope and some grace because it tanked quick. We tanked quick. So I don't know. I feel that. But yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I don't think any of us are going anywhere.
No, absolutely not.
But I'm good on him for venting because damn.
Absolutely.
Everybody deserves that opportunity.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, I mean, that was a fantastic call.
Yeah.
And no, you're right. I mean, we gave Josh McDaniels a good runway on that stuff. I mean, because that first year we go 6-11, but he moves on from Derek Carr. It's his choice to get rid of him, do all that stuff. And we're like, okay, we're going to let him get his guy.
Yeah.
And then he did. And it was Jimmy Garoppolo. Oh, you know what I mean? And so it soured quick after that. But this time Pete got his guy from the get-go. Yeah. It was Geno. And then, but this whole, I feel like there's this Pete Carroll Cool Guys Club that's happening within the Raider organization right now.
Bro.
And it's you got to be one of the cool guys to get playtime and get special treatment and all this stuff. And
but wait, JPJ is a big loss, is according to Pete Carroll.
They broke him.
Yeah.
Pete said today it's a big loss for us. Is it though?
You didn't treat him like he was a big loss.
Come on.
The fuck? Oh,
Yeah.
see, it's that say one thing, do a different. Like
Uh-huh.
you can't do that. We
Yep.
we have eyes and ears. We get to see what you're doing. Like you don't get to say that. Take it back. You don't get to say that.
Homie was on the bench.
Yeah.
And now it's a big loss.
And now it's a big loss.
Right.
And speaking of JPJ, check this out. In that Denver game, before the injury, we had 10 rushes for 43 yards. After the injury, 4 rushes for -3.
Oof. See?
Yeah, it's a damn big loss, Pete. And we could have told you that 8 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But Alec Kappa's ready to go.
Jeez.
But Jeff, be positive.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's why people come here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
As George Lopez would say, I'm not crying, I'm just frustrated.
That's it. That's it. That's it. So thanks to the great emailers
my
and phone
gosh.
callers
Yes, thank you
tonight.
so much.
At the end of every Sea of Fans mailbag, I give a sizzler away, which goes to the best emailer or phone caller of the night. We had some amazing ones tonight. We started off on the emails. We had James Williams, Hooligan Nation, Martin, and Paul. And then on the voicemails, we had Jacob in Fresno, Jay from Pennsylvania, Mojo, and Tommy in North Carolina. But tonight's Sizzler Award goes to a guy that I think it was his first time calling, but had some great takes, had great conversation, and we feel his pain and all that stuff. Tonight's Sizzler Award goes to Tommy in North Carolina.
Hey, Tommy.
Sizzler.
Sizzler. Sizzler. Sizzler.
We are Metallica, and we are here for your Oakland Raiders!
You know why we out here, and we ain't playing around today.
From The Walking Dead to errant Jedi Knights, Raiders fans are a rogues gallery.
Speaking of Tommies, we didn't even talk about Tom McMahon getting fired.
Oh, yeah.
That happened.
Later, skater.
Good.
See you, bye.
See you, bye.
Bye.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Hope to never see your face on my TV again.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
One of the ongoing prides of the Raiders organization has been special teams.
Jeez. How do you break that?
How do you break that?
Tell that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Carlson can't kick the ball. AJ Cole can't get punts off.
Fuck.
We let 50-plus returns every time.
Usually on the opening kickoff.
Or in overtime. When it matters the most.
Yeah.
But as the great hooligan would say,
yes,
Hooligan Nation in the chat, he says, I'm positive this is some bullshit.
Yeah. You know what?
There you go.
I'm
You're
positive about that too.
I'm positive
Hell
about
yeah.
that too. Yeah, you're
Hell
all positivity.
Really positive about
there
that.
you go, hooligan.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's epic, buddy. We appreciate you so very, very much. All right, so I just want to tell you that we appreciate you, everybody that's in the chat room tonight. I'll leave it to Swag Jeff to shout them out. Thank you for your support of the One Nation Foundation tonight. Appreciate all the super chats and all the donations that come in. We look forward to the next evolutions of Raiders Fan Radio and hope that you enjoy it and stick along with us as we go down this new creative journey. We love you guys and thank you for tuning in and support the channel as best way you can. Hit a like, hit a subscribe, hit a thumbs up. If you're listening on the audio podcast, thank you to the Believe Network, if they'll still have us. Thank you to the Believe Network and the folks at FanDuel. Hit a rate and a review.
What do you, Scooby-Doo? Yeah. Hit a right, hit a review.
Listen. Download the FanDuel app like I did earlier in the show and let the Raiders at least let the Raiders make you some money. Like let's go with that.
Exactly. Get a FanDuel jersey.
Preach.
Yeah. But hey,
FanDuel jersey.
But thanks for everyone for being here in the building tonight. Yoshi, Paul, Martin, Mark Thompson, Big Fonz is in there. Hey, the Fonz.
Hey.
Okay, well, let's do it. Right? All three of us at the same time. You get ready? What does the Fonz say?
Hey. Nice. Let's see.
I love that scene in Pulp Fiction. He's like, We're all going to be like Fonzie's. What is Fonzie? Fonzie's cool. We're all going to be cool like Fonzie.
There you go. There you go. But hey, so yeah.
Check us out on the new show.
T-Hom's in here too. Hey, T-Hom.
Hey, T-Hom.
But hey, so on behalf of Michelle, on behalf of Murf, my name is Swag Jeff. You've been listening to Raiders Fan Radio, where we take a side journey into the dark side. Don't forget, boys and girls, what happens in Vegas is starter in Oakland, and we're bringing relativity up in here. See you, bye.
I think I brought a little bit of Oakland back.
That was some Oaktown shit.
Felt right.
Yeah.
Thank
Felt
you,
right.
Michelle.
Stand on that town business,
Hell
bro.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, YouTube. Love you guys.
See you, bye. Do you?
Just kidding. No, well, I mean, most of them.
Yeah, for the most part.
Oh, my gosh.